Hey everybody, I'm back. Again, happy Black History Month to everybody of all colors. And if you watched my last speech, I explained why all peoples, all colors should celebrate it. It's done a lot for this country. And I don't know when everybody else went to school, but I went to school in the 70s and 80s. And I remember most of the things that we learned about the history of this country, and I came across something that reminded me of that, of a history that I was taught. I'm in the library again. I'm going to read again. I'm not the best reader, so bear with me. Now, I don't know if everybody's heard of Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass escaped slavery after starting a Sabbath school for the federal government until he studied the United States Constitution, which he fell in love with. He found the entire document and Bill of Rights to be decidedly anti-slavery and changed his mind. During the Civil War, he worked to enlist Black Americans to serve in the Union Army as the editor of a famous newspaper. Became trusted advisor to President Lincoln. After the Civil War ended, Congress passed 3 important amendments to the Constitution that gave Black Americans equal rights. The 13th Amendment officially freed the slaves. The 14th Amendment said that all citizens in the United States be treated equally, and the 5th Amendment stated that citizens could not be prevented from voting based on their skin color. And lately, the Biden administration is leading everybody to believe that it's almost like Black people can't vote. Well, the 3rd, 14th, and 15th Amendment shows different. Read the amendments. Does anybody read our Constitution? It's a beautiful Constitution that made this a beautiful country in order to someday free everybody of all colors, genders, and everything. And lately, it just seems people don't appreciate that. And I'm explaining to everybody how that happened. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but think about this and learn our history. They're doing like the opposite in the schools now. They're teaching these children a different history and brainwashing them. Brainwashing white people, children, I think that they're oppressors and their parents are, and that Black people are oppressed. That's an insult to people of all races. That idea right there. But, anyway, in their own ways, all people have learned about face social problems that existed in their lifetimes. They stood up for their rights. They believed in relying on American core values, preserved and changed our history for the better. All that worked if you think about it. If you look around you, we've got people of all colors in everything from the restaurant business to retail to politics. We've even had a Black president for 8 years. He got 2 terms. Look at our politics now. We have people of all colors in every branch of government. So it's not like, it looks pretty equal to me, and they completely deny that. How can they say that? And like I said before, and everybody should know this, slavery ended in the 1850s. It took 100 years, but by the end of the 1860s, it took 100 years into the 1960s for us all to have these equal rights. And all my life I've seen that everybody has had equal rights. I was born in 1968, I was a little kid, but I think I would remember if I ever saw a sign that said no Black people allowed or something like that. I mean, not since the 1960s. In 1921, maybe, yeah. In fact, our president still thinks it's 1921. The Jim Crow. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they're trying to teach a different history, and it's going to destroy our Constitution and everything it stands for. That Constitution stands for all of us to be free, for all of us to pursue happiness, all of us of all colors. And don't forget that. Please read this Constitution of this country. It makes it the most beautiful country in the world. Our Constitution is beautiful. Read our Bill of Rights. Learn what America is and what it means to be American. Because they're doing something different to your children now in schools. And in fact, some of the school board members are being recalled because they are pushing this racism on the students. It's very damaging. I saw this one guy, he's running for some position in North Carolina. His name is Brian Echevarrio. He's biracial, and he made the most beautiful speech I've ever heard as far as this racial things going on and the CRT being taught to children. How are you going to live right next door to somebody who's a different skin color than you? Or work with people that are different color, skin than you? How are you going to look at them as being oppressed or the oppressor? I don't know. We finally formed a perfect union, and this new administration is just trying to take that away by brainwashing everybody that this is still a racist country. And if you look around, I don't see it, and if you look around, I think you won't see it either. We are all equal in this country. Well, anyway, I'm doing this because we should celebrate Black History Month. We should celebrate that. All people, all colors should celebrate it, because look, I want everybody to see what it's actually done for this country. It's helped us, one of the things that helped us become a perfect union. And thank you, I'm out. Thank you for listening, if you did. And don't be afraid to share, please. I'm sharing, and you shouldn't be afraid to share. This is America. Good night, everybody.